Here we go. Buckle up, because this one's going to be messy, dramatic, and very British. Imagine you're Sarah Ferguson, Duchess of York, enjoying your cup of tea, perhaps scrolling through the latest photos of corgis, when suddenly, King Charles decides you've had enough royal privileges for a lifetime. That's right, the man in charge has dropped a final, devastating royal hammer, and this time, it's not just a slap on the wrist, it's a full-on demolition of what's left of a royal life. Welcome to Royal Pancakes, where we flip royal drama like a breakfast chef on espresso shots. If that seems wild, trust me, we're only getting started. Before we dive deeper into the royal chaos, make sure to subscribe and smash that notification bell. Don't miss a single drop of royalty. It spills fast, and we serve it hot. So, what exactly did King Charles do this time? Sources whisper that the king has delivered his most ruthless blow yet, not just taking away perks, but fully pushing Sarah Ferguson out of the royal ecosystem. And yes, even after decades of scandals, interviews, and questionable tour-related photography, this might actually be the final straw. Now, some of you might say, but hasn't she already been humiliated enough? Oh no. This is a monarchy, where humiliation evolves like Pokemon. Just when you think it's reached its final form, bam, it becomes mega humiliation with a side of royal eviction. Rumor has it the king wants Sarah out of Royal Lodge, the giant mansion she's been sharing with her ex-husband Prince Andrew like the world's most awkward roommate situation. Think about it. Divorced for almost 30 years yet still living together. That's not love, that's rent control. But here's where it gets spicy. King Charles reportedly has zero intention of providing any alternative royal residence. Translation? Thanks for everything, but kindly go bother someone else. This decision is especially brutal because Sarah, unlike Andrew, does not have a direct pipeline of royal income. That's right, the king might be sending her out into the wild with a book deal and a prayer. And you know what makes this even more uncomfortable? Until recently, Sarah was battling cancer. Twice. She's barely recovered. She's finally finding some peace. And then Charles is like, anyway, pack your bags. Smooth transition time, because you know what? This whole thing raises a question. What does the king actually want? Is this a power move to tidy up the monarchy before Prince William eventually takes over? Is it a strategic purge? Or has Charles simply had enough of seeing Sarah turn every setback into a talk show anecdote? Let's not forget, Sarah has always been the royal wildcard. A little too chatty, a little too scandalous, a little too relatable for the monarchy's taste. She is a messy aunt who sneaks out of the wedding to eat cake alone in the car and tells everyone about it later. The firm never liked that. But here's another twist. What if this isn't about Sarah at all? What if this is about sending a message to Andrew? And let me tell you, if Charles wants to send a message, evicting the mother of Andrew's children is one hell of a loud telegram. Just when you think it can't get weirder, it does. Because despite all this, Sarah and Andrew apparently still plan to live together even if they lose Royal Lodge, like two divorced parents clinging to a shared Wi-Fi connection. That's not just co-parenting, that's co-survival. Now let's pause and address the critics who say, why should we feel bad for a duchess who's lived in palaces? And honestly, fair point. But the real fascination isn't her suffering, it's the game. We're watching the monarchy operate like a passive-aggressive corporate merger where everyone wears pearls. Here's the real takeaway. King Charles is finally doing what the public always expected someone at the top to do, clean up the messy royal leftovers. No more freeloaders, no more stragglers, no more honorary duchesses writing self-help books from land funded by taxpayers. His drawing lines. And Sarah? She just happens to be standing on the wrong side this time. And yet, part of us can't help but admire her endurance. Sarah Ferguson has survived scandals that would have incinerated anyone else's reputation. Tabloid takedowns, financial disasters, royal exile, and now a king's silent crusade. She outlived Diana in the press. She outlasted Andrew's dignity. She still shows up smiling like she's the CEO of resilience. But here's the cliffhanger no one saw coming. What happens if Sarah writes a tell-all of all tell-alls? Because if there's one thing royals fear more than a phone hacking scandal, it's a duchess with a laptop and nothing left to lose. And if Sarah decides to go full nuclear in print, not even the crown jewels could protect the palace. So what's the next move? Will Sarah finally abandon royal life and become the Oprah of former duchesses? Will Andrew end up sleeping on a couch like a disgraced uncle who overstayed his welcome? Will King Charles send out a mass eviction notice like he's running a one-man housing authority? All we know for now is that this is not just a dramatic royal update, it's a strategic shift in power. And if Charles succeeds here, you can bet your last scone others on next. Harry and Meghan, don't get too comfortable in California. If Charles is clearing the chessboard, he's not stopping at Sarah. And here's your last transition. If this is the king's idea of spring cleaning, then the monarchy is about to smell like bleach. Thank you for watching Royal News, where the drama never sleeps, it just changes crowns. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss the next royal explosion. See you in the next one, and remember, in the royal family, revenge is served cold and usually comes with a press release. Thanks for watching.